As one of those kids who was patient and optimistic by nature, I found that faith came easily to me. I don't remember a time when I didn't know about God and feel a love for God. My mother tells me that when I was 3 years old, I stopped mid-stride as I was walking out of the living room and nonchalantly announced that I was going to be a missionary when I grew up. As I got older, I genuinely enjoyed living my faith in all the usual ways: church attendance, prayer, Bible reading. Yet, I was frequently distracted and burdened by what I saw as my biggest spiritual and personal flaw: my weight. I was fat. I am fat. That has never changed. I now see the image of God reflected in my body, marveling at the way my size reveals parts of the heart and character of God, contributing to the full body of Christ that is the church. That was not always the case. I used to flip through my baby book as a young teenager, scrutinizing the pictures to see when I became fat. I don't remember ever not being fat, but surely it started somewhere. Around 4 is when the double chin started to show. In one picture around that age, I stood next to my brothers at Disney World, grinning wildly at the joy of it all, my round belly prominent under my shirt that was raised just a bit above my waist. By 3rd grade, there was no question. I was fat. That was the year I found my school picture ripped in half on the floor of the school bus as I exited one afternoon. The only person on the bus who would have had it was my best friend, who lived a few doors down. I picked up the pieces of the picture: my chubby face and unfortunate bangs on one half, my bare arms and the top of my gray dress that I thought looked so grown up on the other. That's the first time I remember thinking there must have been something wrong with how I looked. Why else would my image be ripped in half by someone who was my friend? I remained friends with the girl who I was sure had ripped up my photo until she moved away in middle school. I never told her about finding the picture. Once, when I had been absent from school for a few days, I returned to my classmates joking that they thought maybe I couldn't fit through the door anymore. Another time, someone called me fat as I walked down the school hallway, and my friend, the one who had torn my picture up, turned around and responded with a fierce protectiveness. At home, I was not chastised for my weight. My mother did at times lament her own figure and would occasionally tell me she wanted better for me. From an early age, I heard fatness mentioned as a sin from the pulpit. I eventually grew to hate my body and believed with passionate conviction that not only was my body wrong and ugly, it was ungodly. I fully believed that my body was shameful and an embarrassment to God. I believed that I had wasted the gift of my body, my temple, and could offer nothing of worth. I believed that everything I had was tainted and unusable because it all came from a body that was fat and therefore sinful. As one of those